Hi, class. So here we are. The coronavirus has hit, and we have nothing to do except move forward. So today, I am going to present to you navigating our classroom in Canvas. So how are we going to do this? Well, it's not going to be difficult, so just pay attention. And we're not going to... Welcome, class. Dr. Rosie here, checking in with you and showing you how to get around our Canvas classroom. Please do not panic. We only have 5 weeks left, and we can get through this. So just relax and pay attention. Please take notes. I know some of you out there, I don't see you, but I know that you do not take notes. You never took notes in my class for the first, 8, 9, 10 weeks. But today, I'm suggesting strongly that you take notes because I have a lot of great points that I'm going to share with you. So, when you go into Canvas, this is the screen that you see. Okay, and I want to point out that I have everything done in what we call modules. And a module is just a section, okay? Don't get confused with the word or get overwhelmed, but it's just a section that's in the classroom. So, in the introduction, I have 2 important things: the syllabus, and I actually have this presentation as a PowerPoint without me speaking. When I'm done recording this, I will put it into the classroom in this section. So you'll know the difference. This is the PowerPoint presentation that has no me on it, and the next one will actually be a video. All right, so let's take a look at what happens when you click on this. Well, when you click on that, you're going to get our updated schedule and assignments. Remember that syllabus I gave you, that I told you about that was in the classroom under Files? Well, toss it. This is our new updated schedule and assignments. I'm just going to concentrate for right now on this first week, which starts on Monday. On Monday, you'll have your Essay 3, which you should be done already because that's what we were doing before our spring break. You're going to submit that in the classroom. You're also going to send to me your essay topic approval. Now, someone might say, well, that wasn't in the classroom. Yes, it was. But see, you were going to just sign a piece of paper and tell me what your topic was. Well, in this case, you're going to submit it to me. We'll talk about that in a second. The thing that it might not be the same as was in the classroom, you're going to read and participate in a discussion. And you're going to read one of the argument essays in the textbook, tapping into text messaging, and you are going to respond to the discussion question. Don't panic yet. I'm going to show you what that looks like. And then, of course, I have the homework, which is the same as was on the previous syllabus. You're going to be researching for your essay, and you're also going to identify 3 sources. Again, that was on the original syllabus, and we were actually going to do some research, and you were going to find some articles and show them to me. So, print this out and have that readily available so you'll know what is going on. All right, that's the first thing. All right, now let's come back to home and let's take a look at the Week 12 module. Now, these are all the things that are listed in the Week 12 module. It looks like it's a little overwhelming, but there's a lot of information here. The first thing, this tells us that it's, actually that should be a 1, the Week 12 module 1. Is from 323 to 329. That's from Monday to Sunday. So during the week, you're going to work on a discussion. Then you're going to submit that Essay 3, the compare and contrast that you completed before spring break. And then you're going to also, I'm going to skip down here, submit your argument essay topic. Now, the way to know what is actually an assignment and what is not is I have these little icons circled, okay? This icon shows, it's supposed to represent a discussion, responding, and then putting an initial response, and then responding to your peers. Okay, that's what that looks like. This, as you can tell, is it looks like a writing. Okay, that signifies an assignment. Down here, that signifies an assignment, and you'll know information that I've inserted in the classroom to help you as files because there's a paper clip, or meaning a file. Okay, so in this particular case, this is a PowerPoint on the argument. something to help you out, to make you understand what the argument is all about. This file is instructions for the argumentative essay, how you're going to put it together. And of course, this is just extra information on how an argument paper should be formatted. Okay, so again, I put 3 X's here, meaning that these are not assignments. These are just information for you to help you. And this is something you're going to do in the classroom. This is an assignment you have to submit, meaning there. And this is an assignment that you must submit. All right, so let's take this one step further. All right, so this is what, let me go back a second. If you click on here, the discussion, you'll go to here. And this is the discussion. So first, I have these set up exactly the same way. Each one, there's 4 of them for the next 4 weeks. So the first line is always what you have to read and the page that it's on, pages that it's on. And then I have the question that you're going to respond to. And then I have the instructions. Submit 1 initial response of at least 150 words and respond to 2 peer posts. Okay, and here's just some instruction. I want you to use lines from the essay, but when you do that, make sure you place quotes around it and quotation marks, and you put the page number at the end of the quote. And here's an example right here. Okay, so now, so what do? You read, you look at the question, you come up with your response, and you click on reply. Once you do that, you'll see, I did that too quickly. Once you click on reply, you open it up to there, and that's what you'll see. And your response is typed in this text box. Please do not leave this screen without clicking post reply. Okay? You must click here in order for your response to be put into the discussion. And once you do that, always check back to make sure, check the discussion. You'll see the responses will all start to pile up. Make sure that yours has actually loaded. All right, now let's go back home. And here we are back at home, and let's talk about Essay 3. Now, when you click on this particular line, you will get to this, okay? And that is the compare and contrast essay. This should not be a big surprise. This is the essay we worked on before spring break, and it was actually due on our return from spring break. So it's now time to submit it. Here are the instructions. Click on the button Submit Assignment. I have that circle. Okay. Click on the button Browse. Click on Open, and click the Submit Assignment button. So now we have to actually click on here. Once you do that, you'll get to this screen. So what do? You click on Browse. Notice right now that this says no file selected. What is that? That is telling you that you have not attached the file as yet. Okay. When you click on Browse, you go to your desktop and find your compare and contrast essay. Okay. Whoops, it went too fast. You find your compare and contrast essay. When you click on Open, which is what you do when you attach a file, the file name will appear here. The no file selected will go away, and what will appear here will be the title of your file. Now again, you're not done. You must click on Submit Assignment. Once you do that, you'll get a message up here that says Submission of Assignment Successful. If you don't get that message, that means you've done something wrong. And typically, what does it mean? You haven't clicked Submit Assignment. One more thing. When you're browsing and attaching a file up here, make sure that the file is closed. It cannot be open on your computer. It must be closed. Okay, so let's go back home. Now that takes care of that one. And now we, as I said, these are all instructions for you, things to look at, things to review. In other words, this particular PowerPoint, this is the PowerPoint I would have done in class, and I would have explained it to you. This particular file, I would have shared that with you in class. So now I'm sharing it with you here in the module. And of course, these instructions I would have talked about. And you're actually lucky now because I've actually written down the instructions that you can use. All right, so now the final assignment that is due this week is the argumentative essay topic. Now, as I said, I would have sent around a piece of paper. You would have signed the paper saying that your assignment, your title, your topic, and that would have been the end of it. But now here we are. Okay, again, here's my taboo topics that you cannot pick from. Pick one that is not in this list. Once you decide, explain 1 or 2 sentences why you chose the topic and what you intend to argue. And again, what do? Click Submit Assignment. The classroom is always set up the same way. The Submit Assignment to get into the actual box to submit is always at the top. And here we go. I want this as a text entry, but this box will open up for you and you can put it right there, okay? And then again, Submit Assignment. Always click here. Once you do that, again, up at the top, you'll get the green message that says it was successful. All right, now just to continue on, next week we have basically the same thing, a discussion. You're going to submit your essay sources to me. And again, this is a file, and I have an explanation on how to do a works cited page. The following week, week 14, again, we have a discussion, and that's the only thing that is due that week, the discussion, and I've inserted the sample essay for you to take a look at. And then in week 15, I have, again, a discussion, and then you are submitting your essay, your argument essay, as well as the PowerPoint presentation. Now, I'm not going to go into much detail about this yet. I will talk more about it. Really, the PowerPoint presentation is just a summary of your argument. I will have for you a expanded explanation on how to do that. And then finally, we get to the final week of school, which is the final exam week, and the final exam will be available for you. And it's just an essay, don't panic. And I also included here in class participation. And what I meant by that was, this is the attendance that you've had from the beginning of class to before spring break. So if you've missed 1 or 2 classes, you'll lose some points from the 80, but that's where I put that. Once you've submitted assignments and you've you want to know where your grade is or what you're doing, you can click on this button here, and all of the assignments will come up, and your score will appear here. I honestly have not done. It's the last thing I'm going to do, and that is load all the assignments that I have graded for you, and you will see the grade up here right there. Okay, relax. The semester is almost over. That's all, folks. Just hang in there, and if you have any